women over 60. This morning habit will kill sarcopenia. It only takes 30 seconds. Did you know that what you do in the very first hour after you wake up every morning can determine whether you'll live a healthy, independent life into your 80s, or if you'll lose so much muscle mass that you end up in a wheelchair, a nursing home, or worse, fall down, break your hip, and die? This may sound like a lie, but it is nothing but the truth, backed up by science. Shockingly, most senior women are unknowingly doing things every single morning that actually cut down their longevity long before they realize it. However, in this video, I'm going to tell you the 10 effective morning habits that are easy, can be done in 30 seconds or less, and when done consistently, can reverse muscle loss faster than any pill or supplement. And here's the most shocking part. One of these habits has been recommended by top geriatricians and scientists, and it has the potential to add years, even decades, to your life. As a doctor with over 20 years of experience, I've seen these habits work for thousands of my senior patients suffering from sarcopenia for many, many years. My name is Dr. Hillman. Welcome to the Senior Food Blog. Subscribe to our channel for more natural ways to recover from muscle loss and build muscle fast. And check out our muscle recovery meal plan in the comment section. Before we begin, let me tell you about Sophie. Sophie is a very special woman. When she was 61, a truly remarkable individual, she noticed her friends were struggling with different chronic health problems, from heart disease to dementia to weak leg muscles to diabetes, you name it, the very diseases we all fear as we get older. But today, Sophie is 90 years old and she is still as strong as a 40-year-old. She does not need help to get down the stairs, she still drives her car, and her age mates are constantly wondering why she is not aging fast, even though she doesn't go to the gym. Everyone keeps asking what her secret is. And it was definitely not genetics, because Sophie has a twin brother who did not make it to 70. She had uncles and other family members who also did not make it to 70. Sophie's life changed after she attended a health conference and discovered the 10 secret morning habits I will be sharing with you in a minute. These weren't drastic changes, but seemingly small adjustments that completely rerouted her muscle growth journey. While her age mates suffered from muscle loss, Sophie was strong and thriving. When I spoke to Sophie and directly asked her what made such a huge difference in her life, she didn't hesitate, immediately pointing to her morning routine habits. Let us begin. Number 1. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. Our first important habit is protein-rich breakfast. Have you ever stopped to think about what's really happening inside your body right now? Especially if you skipped breakfast this morning or just grabbed a cup of coffee and a slice of toast? If not, listen closely. Your muscles are literally breaking down as you read this, a process called sarcopenia, and it silently robs seniors of strength, independence, and mobility every single day. The very first action almost every person who stays strong and independent into their 80s, 90s, and beyond takes upon waking up is not reaching for sugary cereal, or settling for plain toast, or skipping breakfast altogether. It's eating a protein-rich breakfast. And the timing of this simple act is absolutely critical for your muscle health. Leading geriatric specialists and groundbreaking longevity researchers at Harvard Medical School have made a crucial discovery. Failing to eat protein in the morning can accelerate muscle loss by as much as 30%. Andrea Collins, a renowned expert in geriatric nutrition, vividly explains, during the many hours of sleep, your body goes into a fasting state. Without protein in the morning, muscles continue breaking down instead of rebuilding. This accelerates sarcopenia and increases your risk of falls, fractures, and dependence. Just consider Martha's story, which powerfully illustrates this point. At 74, Martha was truly struggling. She had weak leg muscles, constant fatigue, and dreaded climbing stairs. Her doctors worried she would soon need a walker. But then she started a surprisingly simple ritual. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, she began eating a protein-rich breakfast. 2 eggs, a scoop of Greek yogurt, and a handful of pumpkin seeds. Within an astonishing 60 days, her leg strength improved, she felt energized, and she could walk around her neighborhood again without fear of falling. "My family couldn't believe the difference," Martha shared with me, still amazed. They kept asking what new supplement I was taking, and I simply told them, "Just breakfast protein, first thing in the morning," Martha said. So here's your straightforward plan for starting tomorrow morning. Before you go to bed tonight, set out everything you need for a protein-rich breakfast. To make a delicious high-protein breakfast bowl, simply scramble or fry 2 fresh eggs until they're cooked just the way you like them. Then add a side of turkey sausage, sizzling hot from the pan. Toast a slice of hearty whole-grain bread, and top it with smooth avocado slices if you'd like a little extra creaminess. Finally, brighten the plate with a handful of fresh berries on the side for natural sweetness and antioxidants. This simple breakfast delivers over 30 grams of protein, keeps your muscles strong, and gives you lasting energy to start the day right. And if you'd like even more delicious, high-protein-rich breakfast ideas just like this one, be sure to check out the Muscle Recovery Meal Plan linked in the description box and the pinned comment below. The very moment you wake up, before your day runs away from you, commit to eating at least 25 grams of protein. This isn't the time for empty carbs or just coffee. It's time for real fuel for your muscles. Make this a non-negotiable part of your morning, just like brushing your teeth. After hours of fasting, your muscles are desperately waiting for protein. Don't make them wait another minute longer than necessary. Can you truly commit to this incredibly simple habit that has the potential to dramatically slow muscle loss and keep you independent for years to come? The seniors who live the longest and remain the strongest don't consider this optional. For them, it's absolutely essential. Do you already do this? If not, when will you make the choice to start? Tomorrow morning could truly be the very beginning of your strength transformation. Number 2. Resistance or strength movement. Our second life-enhancing habit is resistance or strength movement. Have you ever considered that you might be unknowingly speeding up muscle loss every single morning without even realizing it? If you aren't doing at least a few minutes of strength-based movement within the first 30 minutes of waking up, you are unfortunately missing out on one of the most powerful longevity triggers that researchers have recently discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging clearly demonstrate that simple resistance exercises like squats, wall push-ups, or using light resistance bands in the morning can increase muscle protein synthesis by more than 40%, helping you maintain strength, independence, and balance well into your 80s and 90s. Dr. Emily Lawson, a leading researcher in geriatric muscle health, clarifies its importance. Morning strength movement activates muscle cells that literally dictate everything from your balance to your metabolism to how much muscle you keep over the next 24 hours. Skipping this vital morning habit is closely linked with a higher risk of falls, fractures, and muscle loss after the age of 60. Let's look at Linda's compelling experience. At 69, Linda had been struggling with weak legs and frequent falls. She had tried supplements, special diets, and even physical therapy sessions, but nothing seemed to bring lasting improvement. Then her doctor suggested a remarkably simple change. Spend just 5 minutes each morning doing bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, and light chair exercises. Within a mere 3 weeks, Linda wasn't just steadier on her feet, she was climbing stairs again without fear, and her energy levels throughout the day increased. What truly surprised her, though, were the unexpected side benefits. My back pain eased, I slept better at night, and I even felt more confident when walking outside, she said. All of this, simply from doing simple morning strength workouts instead of skipping exercise altogether. Please don't wait another day to embrace this incredibly life-changing habit. Starting tomorrow morning, make it your unwavering mission to do at least 5 minutes of resistance or strength movement immediately after waking. Even if it's just standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times or pushing against the wall for 60 seconds. These small acts stimulate your muscles in ways that protect your independence. And if mobility is a concern, even gentle resistance band stretches or seated leg lifts can make a significant difference. This isn't merely about exercise. It's profoundly about resetting your body's ability to maintain muscle, preserve independence, and actively slow down the aging process at a cellular level. Are you genuinely willing to give your body this priceless gift tomorrow morning? What could possibly be stopping you from taking 5 simple minutes to embrace this powerful ritual? Your muscles are quite literally waiting for this critical signal to stay strong, keep you upright, and protect you from sarcopenia. Number 3. Vitamin D and sunlight exposure. How you choose to expose your body, or fail to expose it, to sunlight before that first cup of coffee could genuinely determine how strong your muscles remain when you reach 80 or 90. The vast majority of seniors, unfortunately, make the critical error of staying indoors until well after breakfast. This unknowingly worsens vitamin D deficiency, a condition that dramatically accelerates sarcopenia and weakens bones over time. Research conducted by endocrinologists at Harvard Medical School has shown that morning sunlight exposure boosts vitamin D levels and muscle function, reducing the risk of fractures in older adults by more than 40%. Dr. Hannah Reynolds, who directs geriatric endocrinology at Harvard, emphasizes this finding. Our research clearly indicates that getting direct sunlight within the first hour of waking actually activates the body's natural vitamin D production, which is essential for calcium absorption, bone strength, and maintaining lean muscle. Without it, seniors face a dramatically higher risk of falls, hip fractures, and rapid muscle decline. This simple habit completely transformed Helen's life. At 72, she was struggling with fragile bones and weak leg muscles, constantly afraid of falling. Her doctor warned her that a hip fracture could take away her independence forever. As a final, hopeful step, she was encouraged to spend 15 minutes outside each morning after waking. Within just 8 weeks, Helen's vitamin D levels had improved dramatically, her balance steadied, and her confidence returned. I honestly thought sunlight couldn't make that much of a difference, she shared with genuine joy. Now I walk around my garden every morning without fear, and I feel more alive than I have in years. So here is your practical action plan for tomorrow. After you've had your morning water, but before eating or coffee, step outside for 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight. If you can, let the sun hit your face and arms without sunscreen for that short period. On overcast days, outdoor light is still dozens of times more powerful than indoor bulbs, and your body will continue to make vitamin D. If mobility is a concern, even sitting near a sunny window can help. And during the winter months, or in areas with little sunlight, you may consider a medical-grade vitamin D supplement with your doctor's guidance. This isn't merely about sunshine. It's profoundly about giving your muscles and bones the fuel they need to resist sarcopenia and keep you strong, steady, and independent for decades to come. Will you choose tomorrow morning to embrace this gift of light? Just imagine yourself at 85 or 90, walking with confidence, not fear. Those who achieve this aren't simply genetically lucky. They are consistently practicing this vital morning ritual. Will you join them? Number 4. Hydration with electrolytes. This incredibly quick habit may be the single most powerful way to protect your muscles and prevent sarcopenia that almost no one talks about. Yet, astonishingly, most seniors completely overlook it. What if I were to tell you that the very first drink you choose in the morning has a profound impact on your muscles, your balance, and even your risk of falls for the entire day, potentially adding or unfortunately subtracting years from your independence? Researchers at the National Institute on Aging have meticulously documented that seniors who hydrate properly in the morning with added electrolytes, minerals like magnesium, potassium, and sodium, maintain muscle function up to 35% better than those who only sip plain water or skip hydration altogether. Dr. Robert Hayes, a leading researcher in muscle aging, explains, "After hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. Without electrolytes, your muscles cannot contract efficiently, your nerves misfire, and balance declines. This sets the stage for sarcopenia to progress faster. Replenishing electrolytes first thing in the morning provides your muscles with the raw materials they need to stay strong and responsive." This simple ritual completely transformed Clara's life. At 79, Clara often felt dizzy when she stood up in the mornings. Her legs felt weak, and she nearly tripped several times a week. Her doctor warned her that dehydration and poor mineral intake were robbing her of muscle strength. As a trial, she began a new ritual. Each morning, immediately after waking, she drank a glass of water mixed with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon for natural electrolytes. Within just 2 weeks, Clara noticed she was steadier on her feet, her muscle cramps faded, and her energy levels soared. "I honestly thought weakness was just part of aging," she shared, "but it turns out I was starving my muscles of what they needed most, hydration with minerals." So here is your practical action plan for tomorrow. After you wake up, prepare a full glass of water and add a pinch of natural sea salt or Himalayan salt, along with a squeeze of lemon. If you prefer, you can use a low-sugar electrolyte powder designed for seniors. Drink this before coffee or food, and let your muscles soak in the hydration and minerals they've been craving all night. This isn't merely about quenching thirst. It's profoundly about giving your muscles and nerves the critical electrolytes they need to contract, stabilize your body, and resist the grip of sarcopenia. Will you choose to make hydration with electrolytes a non-negotiable part of your morning tomorrow? Just imagine yourself walking with steady balance, free from cramps, and with stronger muscles at 85 or 90. Those who achieve this aren't simply genetically lucky, they are consistently practicing this vital morning ritual. Will you join them? Number 5. Taking omega-3s, either as a supplement or through foods rich in them. Is your current morning routine silently robbing your muscles of the fuel they need to stay strong and resilient? The harsh truth is that most seniors consume little to no omega-3s, and this mistake actively accelerates muscle breakdown and inflammation in the body. Sadly, many don't discover this until it's too late, when sarcopenia has already taken away their strength. Nutritional gerontologists, experts in the nutrition of aging, have carefully identified omega-3 intake as one of the most powerful defenses against muscle loss. Populations with high omega-3 consumption show significantly lower rates of sarcopenia and retain muscle function well into their 80s and 90s. In fact, studies have shown omega-3s can reduce inflammation markers in the body by an impressive 45%, helping muscles repair instead of deteriorate. Dr. Valerie Dawson, a leading researcher at the Longevity Nutrition Institute, explains it this way. Omega-3 fatty acids directly influence muscle protein synthesis, the very process your body uses to build and repair muscle. Without enough omega-3s, your muscles simply don't respond as effectively to protein or exercise. But with them, seniors can dramatically slow down muscle loss and even regain strength. Consider Barbara's first-hand experience. At 73, she noticed her arms and legs becoming weaker, and even simple tasks like lifting groceries felt exhausting. Her doctor suggested she begin adding omega-3s to her morning routine. Instead of starting with supplements alone, Barbara worked with a nutritionist to add foods like salmon, chia seeds, and walnuts into her breakfast, along with a high-quality omega-3 capsule. Within just 3 months, Barbara's strength tests improved, her morning stiffness eased, and she felt more capable in her daily life. "I didn't change much else," Barbara admitted, "but my body feels younger and stronger, and my energy is back." So here is your essential omega-3 formula for tomorrow morning. Pair your breakfast with either an omega-3 supplement, look for at least 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA, or whole foods rich in omega-3s such as salmon, sardines, flaxseed, chia seeds, or walnuts. If you're plant-based, algae-based omega-3 capsules are also an excellent option. The true beauty of this habit is that it doesn't require extra time. You are already eating breakfast, now you are simply making a smarter choice, choosing to fuel your muscles with anti-inflammatory, muscle-preserving nutrients instead of leaving them unprotected. Is continuing your current routine without omega-3 support truly worth risking your muscle strength and independence after 70? Make the switch tomorrow, and within weeks you may feel the profound difference. More energy, less stiffness, and muscles that feel ready to carry you into the decades ahead. Number 6. Manage morning stress and cortisol levels. Here's a morning ritual that can be even more powerful than supplements when it comes to protecting your muscles and extending your independence. Managing stress. Did you realize that unchecked morning stress and high cortisol can silently sabotage your muscle health, speeding up sarcopenia and increasing frailty? Researchers have found that chronic stress doesn't just affect your mind. It raises inflammation, weakens your muscles, and dramatically accelerates the aging process. What most people don't understand is when you manage stress matters almost as much as how you manage it. A landmark study from Stanford University revealed that seniors who consistently practice stress reduction habits in the morning, such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or gratitude journaling, had stronger muscles and a 32% lower risk of sarcopenia compared to those who let cortisol run unchecked. Dr. Elaine Porter, a leading geriatric endocrinologist, explains it clearly. Cortisol peaks in the morning, and if it remains too high, it promotes muscle breakdown instead of repair. But when seniors engage in calming practices first thing in the morning, cortisol drops to healthier levels, allowing muscles to recover, balance to improve, and inflammation to decrease. Consider Rose's inspiring example. At 74, she felt constant tension in her body, tight shoulders, restless sleep, and weak legs. Her doctor explained that chronic morning stress was silently accelerating her muscle loss. As a trial, she began a new ritual, 2 minutes of slow breathing, repeating affirmations, and a short gratitude list before breakfast. Within just a month, Rose noticed she felt calmer, her energy steadier, and surprisingly, her legs stronger during her morning walks. I thought stress was just mental, she said, but managing it gave me back strength I didn't even know I had lost. So here is your practical action plan for tomorrow. As soon as you wake up, before coffee or breakfast, dedicate 2 to 5 minutes to lowering your cortisol. This could be slow breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, or simply sitting quietly with calming music. The key is consistency, making stress management a non-negotiable part of your morning. This isn't just about feeling calm. It's profoundly about giving your muscles the hormonal environment they need to resist sarcopenia and keep you strong for decades to come. Are you willing to give your body this gift tomorrow morning? What could possibly be stopping you from spending just a few minutes to reset your stress levels and protect your strength? Your muscles are literally waiting for this signal to heal and thrive. Number 7. Meditation and morning breathing exercises. This is the one singular mental and physical habit that seniors who age gracefully into their 90s practice every morning without fail. Intentional breathing and mindfulness. But this isn't just the vague relax and breathe advice you may have heard before. There is a very specific and powerful way to use meditation and breathwork that actively ignites longevity pathways in both your muscles and your brain. Neuroscientists at Stanford University have made an incredible discovery. Specific breathing practices can lower cortisol by up to 25% and increase oxygen delivery to the muscles, slowing down sarcopenia and boosting energy levels for the day. Dr. Hannah Lee, a researcher in neuromuscular aging, explains, when older adults consistently practice meditation and controlled breathing in the morning, their nervous system shifts into balance. This reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, and enhances neuromuscular communication. These benefits directly support muscle preservation, strength, and coordination. Consider Margaret's story, which powerfully demonstrates this impact. At 75, she struggled with morning fatigue, stiffness in her legs, and frequent worry that she was losing her independence. After learning about morning meditation and breathing, she began a simple 5-minute practice. Inhaling deeply through her nose, holding for a moment, and exhaling slowly while visualizing her muscles filling with strength. Within just a month, Margaret noticed she felt calmer, her balance steadier, and her body more energized. It's like my muscles wake up when I calm my mind, she shared with a smile. Here is a quick 3-minute meditation and breathing exercise you can begin tomorrow morning. Immediately after waking, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Place one hand on your belly and the other on your chest. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold for a gentle count of 4, then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this cycle 5 times. As you breathe, focus your thoughts on your body. Thank your legs for carrying you, your arms for helping you do daily tasks, and your heart for its faithful work. The absolute key is combining mindfulness with breath, calming your nervous system while energizing your muscles with oxygen. This practice isn't magical thinking. It creates a measurable shift in your physiology, reducing stress hormones that break down muscle and activating pathways that help preserve lean strength. Will you commit to trying this powerful practice tomorrow morning? It costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and could truly add years of steady strength and independence to your life. Have you taken even a few minutes today to breathe deeply and thank your body? Or are you unknowingly starting your mornings rushed and tense? Your choice quite literally determines how your muscles and your mind will age. Number 8. Drink bone broth or chicken feet broth for collagen and gelatin. Have you ever stopped to think about what's really happening inside your body right now, especially if you haven't had a single source of collagen this morning? If not, listen closely. Your muscles, joints, and connective tissues are literally starving for collagen as you read this. Without replenishment, the tiny fibers that keep your muscles strong and flexible begin to weaken, accelerating sarcopenia and stiffness. The very first action almost every senior who ages gracefully into their 90s takes upon waking isn't skipping breakfast or just sipping black coffee. It's nourishing their muscles and joints with collagen. And one of the most effective natural sources of collagen is something surprisingly simple: bone broth or chicken feet broth. Leading gerontologists and groundbreaking longevity researchers at Johns Hopkins have made a crucial discovery. Seniors who consistently consume collagen-rich foods show dramatically slower rates of sarcopenia and joint deterioration. Collagen not only supports skin and bones, but directly fuels muscle repair and strength. Dr. Angela Martin, a leading expert in aging nutrition, vividly explains, "Collagen is the glue that holds the body together. Without enough of it, muscles become weaker, tendons lose elasticity, and bones grow fragile. But daily collagen intake, even in the form of simple bone broth, creates the environment your body needs to rebuild instead of break down." Just consider Helen's story, which illustrates this point powerfully. At 71, Helen was struggling with stiff knees and aching muscles. She feared her independence was slipping away. But then she began a simple ritual, drinking 1 cup of chicken feet broth every morning. Within just 8 weeks, her stiffness eased, her legs felt stronger, and she could walk around her block again with confidence. "I thought it was just aging," Helen shared, "but it turns out my body was missing what it needed most: collagen." So here's your straightforward plan for starting tomorrow morning. Add 2 pounds of chicken feet or beef bones to a large pot. Proceed to cover with water. Add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This helps extract the collagen. And season lightly with onion, garlic, and celery if you prefer. Then simmer gently for 6 to 12 hours until the broth turns golden and slightly gelatinous when cooled. When it is ready, strain and refrigerate. In the morning, simply warm up 1 cup of broth and sip it slowly before or with breakfast. If you want more detailed and delicious but simple muscle-building recipes, download the 30 Days Muscle Recovery Meal Plan, linked in the description and the pinned comment below. This isn't just about a warm drink. It's profoundly about giving your muscles, joints, and connective tissues the building blocks they need to resist sarcopenia and keep you strong. Can you truly commit to this incredibly simple habit tomorrow morning? Just 1 cup of bone broth or chicken feet broth daily could be the difference between losing muscle year after year or preserving strength, independence, and mobility well into your 80s and 90s. For those who live the longest and remain the strongest, collagen isn't optional. It's absolutely essential. Tomorrow morning could be the very beginning of your strength transformation. Number 9. Start a social connection ritual. Have you ever considered that you might be inadvertently weakening not only your mind, but also your muscles every morning, simply by starting the day in isolation? If you aren't making a genuine effort to connect with another human being within the first hours of waking, you are unfortunately missing out on one of the most powerful longevity triggers researchers have ever discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging clearly demonstrate that seniors who engage in consistent morning social interactions have significantly stronger muscles, lower inflammation, and up to a 33% reduced risk of sarcopenia. Dr. Melissa Carter, a leading researcher in aging and social health, clarifies its importance. Morning social connection lowers cortisol, boosts oxytocin, and sets in motion neurological signals that directly support muscle coordination, balance, and energy. Seniors who begin their day connected to others are far more likely to remain physically strong and mentally resilient into their 80s and 90s. Let's look at Jane's compelling experience. At 76, Jane had been battling loneliness and declining strength. She noticed her legs felt weaker, her energy dropped quickly, and she often skipped her morning walks. Then her daughter encouraged her to start a simple morning ritual, calling a friend for 5 minutes each morning after breakfast. Within just 3 weeks, Jane felt more motivated, her mood lifted, and, most importantly, she was moving her body more throughout the day. To her surprise, her balance tests at her next doctor's visit had improved dramatically. "It was the talking that gave me strength," Jane marveled. "Hearing a friendly voice made me want to take care of myself again." Please don't wait another day to embrace this life-changing habit. Starting tomorrow morning, make it your unwavering mission to connect socially before 10 a.m. It doesn't have to be long. Even a 3-minute call, a neighborly wave, or a kind exchange with someone at your local cafe counts. If mobility is a concern, set up a daily phone check-in with a friend or family member. And if you live with others, don't just pass each other like strangers in the hallway. Make a point to greet, smile, and share a few meaningful words. This isn't merely about conversation. It's profoundly about resetting your brain and body in ways that slow down the aging process at a cellular level and protect against sarcopenia. Are you genuinely willing to give yourself this priceless gift tomorrow morning? What could possibly be stopping you from reaching out, even briefly, and embracing this simple yet powerful ritual? Your muscles, your mind, and your heart are quite literally waiting for this critical signal to thrive. Number 10. Drink leucine-rich teas instead of coffee. If you aren't giving your muscles the amino acids they need first thing in the morning, you are unfortunately missing out on one of the most powerful longevity triggers that researchers have discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging clearly demonstrate that leucine, an essential amino acid, directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis, the very process that helps you maintain and even rebuild muscle as you age. Seniors who start their day with leucine-rich beverages have shown up to a 42% greater ability to preserve lean muscle mass compared to those who rely solely on caffeine. Dr. Karen Fields, a researcher in nutritional geriatrics, explains, "Coffee gives you stimulation, but leucine gives your muscles life." When seniors replace their morning coffee habit with leucine-rich teas, they not only feel more energized, but also give their muscles the critical building block needed to fight sarcopenia. Consider Linda's experience. At 72, she had been a lifelong coffee drinker, but noticed her legs growing weaker and her energy crashing by mid-afternoon. Her nutritionist suggested swapping her daily coffee for a morning tea infused with leucine-rich ingredients. Within a month, Linda felt steadier on her feet, her energy more consistent, and she even reported fewer muscle cramps. "I didn't know a simple tea swap could make such a difference," she said, amazed. So here's your straightforward plan for tomorrow morning. Instead of pouring another cup of coffee, prepare a simple leucine-rich tea. Bring a cup of water to a gentle boil, then steep a green tea bag for 3 minutes. While it steeps, stir in 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder and half a teaspoon of matcha for an extra boost. For flavor, add a squeeze of lemon and a drizzle of honey if desired. Sip it slowly, warm, and comforting, knowing it's feeding your muscles with leucine and antioxidants that coffee alone simply cannot provide. This isn't just about replacing caffeine. It's profoundly about giving your body the signal to build, not break down muscle, helping you resist sarcopenia and remain strong, steady, and independent for decades to come. Are you genuinely willing to make this powerful switch tomorrow morning? What could possibly be stopping you from trading coffee for a cup of muscle-preserving tea? Your muscles are quite literally waiting for this critical signal to thrive. Now, you are equipped with the knowledge of 7 incredibly powerful morning habits that can protect your muscles, restore your strength, and help you stay independent well into your 80s and 90s. These simple practices hold the potential to completely reshape your health journey after 60. dramatically lowering your risk of sarcopenia and keeping your body vibrant and capable. The truth is, you don't need to do them all at once. Even starting with just 2 or 3 of these habits can spark noticeable improvements in your energy, mobility, and confidence. Remember Margaret, who we talked about earlier? She began with just one morning habit, and over time she added others, each small step building toward a stronger, more resilient version of herself. The key is not perfection. The key is to start tomorrow, not someday. Because every morning routine is more than a list of tasks. It's the program you run that either tells your body to stay strong and rebuild muscle, or to keep losing it day by day. Which message will you choose to send to your muscles tomorrow morning? These habits are not extras. They are essential building blocks for anyone who truly wants to age with strength, grace, and independence. Which of these 7 morning rituals will you commit to trying first? Your future self, walking with steady legs, carrying groceries with ease, and enjoying life without fear of weakness, is counting on the choice you make today. If you found these insights inspiring and valuable, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe for more science-backed strategies to fight muscle loss and thrive after 60. Also, make sure you download the muscle recovery recipes in the meal plan linked to the description and the pinned comment below. And I'd also love to hear from you. Which of these morning habits are you already practicing, and which one are you excited to start tomorrow? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with a loved one. It may be the most meaningful gift you give them. The gift of strength, independence, and many more years of healthy living.